now when you take the chart, and it appears that the district had enough revenue, more than enough revenue, to meet the year-end expenditures. However, as you can see, we will now do paying back the principal on that loan that was taken out in June. We'll basically have less revenue in fiscal years 2009 through fiscal years 2012. And this does not include the interest that we'll pay on the payback of the loan. In blue, you can see what the total expenses are projected for the next 3 years. And then in purple, you can see what the total revenue is. Moving forward each year, there's a significant difference between the revenue being...
The calculation of the levy needed in order to raise or borrow $15 million would be 26 mills. 26 mills in this school district would mean for a person owning a $100,000 house, it would be $796 per year more, or about an $800 tax bill. If you did that, the law would allow you to borrow $15 million in order to avoid the deficit. But after you borrowed that $15 million, you would still be facing certain items, right? You would still, after borrowing the $15 million, which has to be paid back over the next 5 years, you would still have to make $4 million in cuts in 09-10. That's what you would need to avoid this.
We will end the 2006-2007 school year with approximately a deficit of $4.5 million. And that deficit will not be able to get zero or break even on that deficit. Because we're making up for 3 years of significant deficit spending, going into 2008-2009, the district would then have a $4,800,000 fund balance. The biggest obstacle for our district is to overcome the deficits for the 3 last years. Once that is accomplished, which would happen in 07-08,
let me introduce myself to you. For 36 years, you were my boss. But now that I've retired from teaching in the system, I am now able to say for the first time, without fear of reprisal, that I'm your boss. I live here, I pay taxes here, I sent my only child to Lorain City Schools, and now you answer to me. Because of the irresponsible and devastating decisions you've made regarding the education of the children of this community, I can think of no good reason why any person in his right mind would buy property, raise children, and send them to school in Lorain. Before last week, I had 247 good reasons why I could. When you cut art, music, and gym from the children. You were entrusted to make wise and careful decisions about the children of this community. They rely on you to do so. And as your boss, I have to say that you failed to live up to the job. If I could, I'd fire you. Express my dissatisfaction with the job performance, and because I believe that the buck does stop here, and I think you know it does, all I can do is ask you to resign.